Get your loud packs. Get them loud packs ready, especially for the former Rastafarian from Jamaica. Some of they claim to have the best cannabis in the world. Some of the places around that region. But Jimmy Cliff, James, I had his last name. Damn it, Chambers. I think it's Chambers. Um, he has passed. He has transitioned, as the believers say, as people of the faith say. He transitioned, but I say he just died. He's dead at the age of 81 from pneumonia. Now he's most famous probably for his songs like his covers of "I Can See Clearly Now" and "The Harder They Come." He was the film that was the film he was in. He also recorded Akuna Matata, covered Akuna Matata. He had various, just he had songs from protest like Vietnam. He was a world-renowned artist, one of the greatest. Uh, Wiz is saying Jimmy is a goat. Yes, Jimmy is a goat. Salute to him. Salute to you, Wizard. Appreciate you for coming in, sir. Yeah, so this is a little bit of an interesting show because on the other half of the show, I'm going to show you how it kind of connects. It's a weird way of connecting. Was he before Bob? Before Bob? I don't think so. I think he came after Bob. I think Bob was like in the 1930s. He came out in he was born in the 1940s. I think Bob was like earlier. I think so. I could be wrong. They could have been around the same time because Bob died early too. I don't know if he was part of the 27 Club, but he may have been. Anyway, um, uh, Jimmy Cliff, he had an idea for bringing the country together. He had one of the highest levels of achievement granted upon him, the Order of Merit. He was the last living person to have received that recognition, and I just think it's only due to him that we acknowledge his wisdom, his grace, his gentlemanly manner, his very relaxed, very engaging sensibility. I think he was certainly a key component of the sound of reggae, ska, and other musical forms that came up during the time that he rose. Um, he definitely had a sense about him that said he was very distinguished. He seemed like he had it together. Wiz is saying, I try to listen to his music, more of it sticks to me. None of it's not. Excuse me. He didn't say more of it. He says none of it sticks to me. You don't like. I Can See Clearly Now. I know it's a cover. He covered. I think his name was Johnny Nash. Johnny Nash's song. I Can See Clearly Now. That's one of my favorite songs of all time. His cover of that song. It's so great. It's so crystal clear. It's so rousing. It's from the Cool Runnings soundtrack of 1992, I think, or 93, something like that. 91, 92, 93, somewhere around there. But it just is a wonderful, arrangement of sounds. He has many other songs. Like I said, "The Harder They Come" is a staple. It also he contributed to the movie. He was also an actor in various other movies like Cocktail. So he had an overall presence. I was just watching a few interviews of him, and he just seemed like really laid back but like I said, he was engaging at the same time. He seemed very, in tune with what he was saying and what he wanted to do. So I thought that was really cool. I just found out I Can See Clearly Now. That's amazing. You just found that out. Wow. I feel very, very old now. Thank you for making me feel very old, Wiz. I feel so old right now. But it's I'm just messing with you. But yeah, Jimmy Cliff, dead at 81, had that's a great life. I think 81 is a good run. Not too shabby. Man of color in the world. What is the average lifespan of a black male in America or around the world, like in the late like mid 60s, maybe early 70s, something like that. He lived past that to age 81. Not a bad run. Probably got some good money. Probably got some good women. Probably got some good, times. Funny Cows is back. Okay, I'm just gonna say Funny Cows because that's weird letters at the end. Hi, Funny Cows. When you say hi, make sure you bring in 1,200 people to say hi at the same time so you can sound like a chorus together. Just 1,200 people all on the live, just saying hi like that. That'd be awesome. But Jimmy Cliff, he led a great life. He had a great life. I mean, he was in the entertainment business. He he was a Christian. Then he turned into a Muslim, and then he turned into someone that just believed in science. That's what he said. In his later years. Well, do it. Don't just say I can do that. Just do it. Wiz says respectfully, his style of reggae was generic. It didn't really have It didn't really have. I think men say solid. All right, this is weird. Weird. I'm gonna say exactly that's right. It didn't really have sold to me when I tried to listen to. I can see clearly now he sounds like a Nigerian. Okay, thanks, Wiz. I disagree with you wholeheartedly, but thanks for that message. Thank you for that message. I appreciate it. But no, I just think it's not really a sad thing. I don't feel like I don't really cry over anyone. I don't definitely don't cry over a cracker, and I don't cry over a nigger either. This is me. Um, and that's no disrespect. I'm just saying. I just don't. I just don't. Unless it's somebody really of great value to me, that's when I shed a tear. But I didn't know that much about Jimmy Cliff. I didn't listen to too much of his music. I just know he made. I Can See Clearly Now. That's one of my favorite songs of all time. I love that song. And the way his rendition, I know it's already a recorded song, but his rendition of it is. So we smoking on the Jimmy pack. That's what I said. Get your packs together. That was off the top. The first thing I said on this broadcast was get your packs, your Jimmy packs together. Get your Jimmy Cliff packs together, because I'm not gonna be smoking, so you can smoke for me. You can smoke for me. So. Definitely smoking on those Jimmy packs. Definitely smoking on, for Jimmy Cliff. His whole ideal, his whole style, his whole address. Let me get this out of here. He won 2 Grammys, was nominated 7 times. Born in the St. James colony of Jamaica. He had he got in touch with one of his producers, Leslie Kong, who this is what we're talking about. This is what the hater was saying. With Jamaican reggae producer Leslie Kong, Jamaican music is really Chinese music. Let's not get it messed up. Let's tell the truth. He had a heart attack at age 37. Good God. I'm 37 right now, and if I get a heart attack, then that'd just be wrong. But he's in the genres of ska, rocksteady, and reggae. So let's get it all together right now. Chinese music is reggae music. It's not just black reggae men and women. It's also Chinese people that created it. He played in the Steven Seagal movie. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of that. How he get a Grammy? He got a Grammy through some way. The producers got him that Grammy. Maybe. I don't know. But you're doing a lot of hatred right now. Wisdom, I'm proud of you. You're hating pretty hard. Let me see what Bob Marley was. 1945. So it was. He was 36. God damn. It was 1945. So he would have been 80 as well. He would have been 80. Damn. So Jimmy Cliff is, no longer part of the metaphysical sense. He's no longer part of the reality. He is with the unknown and unknowable. May he rest in peace. I just didn't resonate with his music. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You're being honest. That's all right. When people say reggae, I believe it's a spiritual and gospel. I didn't get that from his music. I got the gospel. He has a soulful sound to him. He has like for what is it called? Many Rivers to Cross. That's one of them. But he also had Cat Stevens, Wild World. He covered that as well. '93 was Cool Runnings. You can get it if you really want. That was a huge, song for. It was used in different campaigns for political offices. It was here a product of Chinese investments. Yeah, I guess so. I would imagine that sounds about right. I'm looking for the different people that he made songs with. He was inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2010. So that's a good precedent, I would say. And is one of only 2 Jamaicans in the Hall of Fame, the other being Bob Marley, of course. He won a Grammy for Best Reggae Album, though it was his last major success in the United States until 1993. It was Cliffhanger from 1985. He was on Saturday Night Live. He's had skepticism on the government handling on the COVID-19 pandemic and denied his earlier conversion to Islam, claiming it didn't satisfy my soul. And you got to respect that. I mean, so many people convert to Islam and think like, oh, my life is going to be so much better. It's not. It's like when you convert to Christianity. It's not. Or Judaism. It's not. Or any other faith. It's not going to make your life better. You're going to, go through the motions and act like your life is better. But it's not going to, send you on a trail of understanding and true clairvoyant powers or something like that. You're just going to be sulking and sad and mad and wanting to go to heaven and wanting, to everything to be turned away to, some mystical realm or something like that. That's all that happens. Was he a product of Chinese investments? Possibly. I mean, he was a product of being in a producer relationship with Leslie Kong. He made sure that he got the right records made by Kong until his very early death at 37. That's goddamn early. I'm 37. Jesus. It's crazy. It says in 2007, Cliff performed at the opening ceremony at Cricket's World Cup. In the spring and summer of 2010, Cliff embarked on an extensive tour of the U.S. and Canada. Also in 2007, You Can Get It If You Really Want was adopted by the British Conservative Party during their annual conference. That's what I was saying. It was also in, I think, South America. There was also it was also used. He said he just believes in right and wrong. He's not very political. But he had that political song Vietnam. If you listen to Vietnam, you're like, whoa. The way it's repeated, it's just like it just gets you into a groove. You're like, whoa, this is serious. This is why he's doing this. Wyclef Jean was the one who honored him at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame by inducting him into the enshrinement thereof. In 2020, the soundtrack to The Harder They Come was added to the United States Library of Congress's National Recording Registry. That's very rare. Not a lot of people get that recognition. Not a lot of people get that intense, scrutiny on how to do it. That's Saqib Hassan. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamualaikum salam. What's today's mathematics? Are you part of the nation? Are you part of the nation of 5%ers? Or are you the nation of Islam? Anyway, yeah, Jimmy Cliff. Hey, checked out. I mean, hey, pneumonia's serious. Pneumonia's like, it'll kick your ass. It'll send you out of here. General Schwarzkopf had pneumonia. Nobel laureate Toni Morrison had pneumonia. And they were like it took him out. And it's nothing to play around with. I don't know if he was moving too fast or because the bacteria, it's all bacteria. It's not the weather. It's not if you're damp or cold or anything like that outside. If your hair is wet, whatever the case may be, that doesn't have anything to do with it. It has no bearing on it whatsoever. It's all about bacteria. In some cases, it's viral, but very few cases. It's mainly bacterial. Through your lungs. Your lungs are mostly affected. It's a pulmonary disease. But Jimmy Cliff, man, Bob Dylan considered Vietnam to be the greatest protest song ever written. And I was just listening to it today. It was the first time I ever listened to it. I was just listening to his music. And I was just vibing out. And that song just stuck with me. It was just saying, Vietnam, Vietnam. Kind of like just driving into your mind. Like, you have to understand, the conflict, the war that is raging over there at that time. Ironically, I learned about Jimmy Cliff music from the movie Shadows. Wyclef Jean shouted him. Well, we don't do shout outs. Wiz. We say we salute him. We don't do shout outs. Shatas. Top shatas. Mark, I'm gonna say Mark. Thank you for you hiding that hairline. You're a real one. Thanks for the hatred. Appreciate the hate. Need more of that. But Jimmy Cliff is no longer. He is out of here. He's on a destination for to be in the bosom of Abraham, as they say. That's just the reality. you have a full life. That's great. He had a life of music and just living and what did he have? Let me see. He was part of the Rastafari movement, like I just said, like I said earlier. He described himself as having a universal outlook on life and did not align himself with any particular movement or religion, saying, "Now I believe in science," which is ironic because you don't believe in science, you just recognize science. He was married and had 3 children: Lily Cliff, Aiken Cliff, an actress singer, Nabaya Bay, who was very attractive. If I must say, she's a very attractive young lady. Let's see. Or is it B? Nabaya B or Nabaya Bay? She's got her hair natural. She's very attractive young lady. But anyway, so they're going to mourn their father's loss, the loss of their father. What it says, Peter Thiel was a goat. Yeah. Oh, Peter Tosh. Excuse me. Peter Tosh. Yeah, Peter Tosh. I can't name one song of his, but I probably heard a lot of his songs. That's the irony. I can't name one song. Name a song, Wiz. And what's up, Ditzy? Salute to you, Ditzy. Salute. Who does he leave behind? I just said he has 3 daughters, I think. Or 3, excuse me, not 3 daughters. Lily Cliff, Aiken Cliff, and Nabaya Bay, or B, or something like that. But she's very attractive. Prime Minister Andrew Holness said that Cliff's music lifted people through hard times, inspired generations, and helped to shape the global respect that Jamaica enjoys today. And they're still under the legacy, and they're still under the watchful eye of the UK. They have not broken apart. They have not been able to jump out. They have not. They're subjects of the crown. They're subjects of the crown, and I will always let them know that, no matter what. Jamaicans are subjects of the royal crown in the UK. I need to find a Peter Tosh song. I probably heard it now. Now that you got me, I'm very interested now. Peter Tosh. Bunny Wailer. He was part of the Marley and the Wailers. He was murdered in 1987 during a home invasion. Jesus. That's wild. That is wild. I don't know. I can't name any of his singles. Let me see singles. Jesus, he's got a lot of singles. Yeah, I don't know about Peter Tosh like that. I can't, to be honest with you. I hardly know about Jimmy Cliff. I heard of him, heard of Peter Tosh, but I had to look up his other songs. All I know is I could see clearly now the rain is gone. That's all I got. That's all I got. I don't have anything else. What? It's not. We haven't crossed the halfway point, but I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I got you, Wiz. If you give me $100 right now, I'll tell it to you. I'll say the word of the day, but it's gotta be in the next 5 minutes and 5.5 minutes or so. If you drop a donation, I'll definitely tell you right now. I just think that Jimmy Cliff had every opportunity afforded to him, and he seized on them. He didn't just say, "Oh, I got a voice, I got some instrumentation, I can act, I can do this, I can do that." But I'm not going to. I'm not going to pursue that. I'm just going to live a normal life. It's safer that way. It's fine. No, he said, I'm going to stake out. My first few hits aren't hits. My first few singles aren't hits. They're mediocre. But I'm going to break through one day. I'm going to be one of the best to ever done it. He's going to be a GOAT. And he did that. That's a lesson to all of us, I think. That's definitely a lesson to everybody. To know that we're able to succeed in life. That's possible. Yes, Bumba, you got that loud pack? You got that loud Jimmy Cliff pack? Bumba? You got that Jimmy Cliff pack, Bumba? Yeah, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. It's a great song. John need to slide? What is that? I don't know what that means. John need to slide. I don't know what that means. 16, good God. Good gracious. Hallelujah. 16 people in here right now. Let's make it go to, I don't know, 10,000. Bum smoking on that K2 pack. Oh, Son to Son 90 classics. Dropping gems. That's funny. So I still don't know what that means though, Bumble. John need to slide. Is that a sign? I don't know what the hell that means. I have no clue what you're talking about. To be honest with you. No clue what you're saying. But I respect you, salute to you, sir. But I just don't know what the hell you're talking about. But yeah, Jimmy Cliff, he had a run. He had a good run. 81. That's a good run. It's a great run. The songs he's most known about were really covers, really. One song that he had, Reggae Night, was covered by other people like LaToya Jackson and Euro Dance Group Beat System. So I say that's a pretty great run. That's pretty awesome. Ja Rule should sue 50. Let's keep it on message. Let's keep it on message. We're not talking about Ja Rule and 50 right now. If you want to talk about Ja Rule and 50, you can talk about that on your own channel. Bumba. It is possible for you to go live. That is possible. But respectfully. Jimmy Cliff, he had, some hits and some misses, but mostly the hits stuck. And he was able to achieve great things that people just dream about, becoming Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But that's the thing, it's all about life. None of that matters when you're dead. It doesn't matter, but to you or no one else. Oh, he won an Oscar, he won a Grammy, he won a Tony, he's got the EGOT, he's got the Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, the Tony. Who cares when you're dead? It's amazing when you're alive. That's why life is so important. And that's why we have to put so much stress on life. When you get these awards, people say, "Oh, it doesn't mean anything." if you get an Oscar, you're gonna be you're gonna be cursed. You're gonna get the worst films thrown at you because they're gonna just want to say, oh, you just want an Oscar. You're gonna make sure you get this film. You get this film, and it just gets worse and worse. Salute to Black Cuddy. Salute to you, sir. Make sure you hit that donate button. Make sure you donate. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. And salute to Jimmy Cliff. Dead at 81. All right, I'm going to do the other side of the show, what I had written before I knew about Jimmy Cliff's death. And I'm going to talk a little bit about H-Rap Brown, because that needs to be discussed as well. He actually died on Saturday. On Sunday. H-Rap Brown. Jamil Abdullah Al-Amin. But anyway, I want to talk about Jimmy Cliff had The Harder They Come. But this story I'm talking about right now, and the word of the day is cowboy or cowboys. Because two things, a mini docuseries, and the Cowboys defeated the NFL defending champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. And I was just amazed because I was just looking at it, I was like, I looked at the score, I said 21-21, really? What could happen? What could go wrong? How would the Cowboys ruin this? And they almost did. They had a fumble recovered by on their team. And then they had 4 opportunities to get a touchdown, and they failed at each one. So then the Eagles had their chance to get to it, and they didn't do it. And the clock was just ticking, and went back to the Cowboys. And the Cowboys, took their time, let the clock run out. Then it went to I think it was in the 3 seconds, and they kicked the field goal and went in 24-21. I was like, God damn, how about them Cowboys? My favorite song from Jimmy Cliff, Many Rivers Across. Yes, Many Rivers Across is an excellent song. Sky, you outgrowing that hat? Nope. Well, if I'm outgrowing that hat, buy me a new one. Sky look like the turtle owner. Chocolate turtle package. What? Skylar, you're rocking that hat. Love it. Thanks. Sky always tilt the hat. Yes, to one side. You gotta hit the right side. Look up Coon's Kitchen. Look up Coon's Kitchen. Look up the Coon Chicken Inn. The Coon Chicken Inn. Look up that. That's what I'm going for. The Coon Chicken Inn. That's what I'm going for. But anyway, the mini docuseries is amazing. Amazing. Great filmmaking by Jordan Peele and company. They explored the history of black cowboys, black jockeys, black farmers, black ranchers, black clowns, black rodeo professionals. It's just great. It's just really a really strong black power movie. Now, I'm not for black power because I don't consider myself black. I consider myself a man of color. Sometimes I consider myself FBA if the indication calls for it. But other than that, I don't say it. But this was a chance for me to go, I'm pro-black. And it made me wonder, I'm like, what's the opposite of this? Is there a white filmmaking company that can do this? I mean, where's the Nick Fuenteses? And, can't they make a documentary saying, well, the white people just oppressed us and took our land, and, I mean the black people, black people oppressed us, and they murdered, and raped and pillaged and everything like that. Is there a documentary out there like that? A certain document? Look like Neo. Well, if I could get the women he has, he's got multiple. If he doesn't have wives, he has multiple girlfriends. I don't think he has wives, but he has multiple girlfriends at one time. But I really wouldn't want that. I just like one girl. I'm a one woman kind of guy. I'm a one woman kind of guy. Focus on one woman. Let her do her thing. But anyway, this is it's a 3-part. Is it 3 or 4? I think it's 3 parts. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3-part. Is it 4? Jesus Christ! Let me make sure. I just saw it. It's called Is it Black Cowboy? High Horse. That's what it's called. High Horse. 3 parts. Yes, it's 3 parts. And it's thoroughly entertaining. It's got, celebrities. It goes to different footage and photography and interviews people you recognize, people you don't recognize, maybe people of stage and screen. It's just a delight. You're a white boy with a tan. That's right. I'm a white man with a tan. I'm a white man with a tan. I accept that wholeheartedly. I am a white man with a tan. That's right. But yeah, High Horse. Even Cruella DeVille was in it. You know who Cruella DeVille is? Who's Cruella DeVille? Anybody know who the real life Cruella DeVille is? According to the hater. Does anybody know? Who's Cruella DeVille? I'll give you a hint. Who's this? Jamie Goebel? Hi, Jamie. Salute to you. Glenn Close. Oh my gosh, that's pretty close though. She was the actual one, but no, it's not Glenn Close. She's actually Creole. I think she's Creole. Small white. Nope. Very fair skin, light, bright, and damn near white, but not no. Not a white lady. Not a white lady. She's the mom of probably the largest artist in our era. That's probably giving away too much. The biggest artist in the last 25 years, probably, something like that. Close to that, 20 years, something like that. There you go. Brooklyn's got it. Her mama's in it. What's her name? Hold on. Tina Knowles. Just came to me. Tina Knowles. She plays a part. She has a Oprah. But no, Tina Knowles. Just a long list of people. Jordan Peele produced it. Like I said, it tells about black cowboys. How the name cowboy actually came from the idea of white people being cow hands. They were called hands, but the black people that worked on the ranch were called boys, so they were cowboys. That's serious, true reality. And another thing that I found was interesting was the fact that jockeys had for the races, like there was one of the gentlemen said he couldn't name his horse Black Lives Matter. I wouldn't name a horse Black Lives Matter either, but he wanted it, and so he was like looking at the register, and it was like saying, there's different names for the other horses, like Run Nigger Run and Nigger Victory, or Nigger, just using the blatant use of the N word, and or a nigger. I hate using the N word, nigger. So that just stuck with me. The first film sequence in America was of a black jockey. It was a white photographer who set up separate cameras to capture the motion of this black jockey on this horse, and it's been shown in I think a few of at least one of Jordan Peele's movies. It's just amazing. And it delves into the art, the theater, the literature, the novels, the films all of that is tied in, and then the reality is tied in as well. And I think they do a really great job tying together everything into a great package. Some of the things are better than others. I think the third is the weakest. The strongest one, I think, is the second one. It's about land. It's all about farmland. It's all about ranching. It's all about owning your own property, having enough acreage, running a farm, having chickens and vegetables and beef and stuff like that. Cattle. Ready for slaughter. I thought that was just amazing. I have he's deceased now, but he lived to 90. But uh, he had Alzheimer's, I think he had. But I had an uncle, a great uncle, not a great uncle, but he was a great uncle. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean. Yeah, he was a great uncle who ran a farm. He got out of the army and he just ran a farm. I thought that was really cool. That was really awesome. I could say that I have a farmer for a great uncle. That was really awesome. But so he was a black man, in Delaware. They talked about Oklahoma. They talked about Tulsa, the race riots. They got too good. You can't win. You can't win. In this country, just accept your fate as a defeat if you're black. Just accept it, and then you have a winning life. You just have to accept that you're gonna lose. You're gonna win though. You have to bet on. You have to bet against yourself, but you're winning. It's a weird thing. It's a strange thing because it's like in Tulsa, they built up a beautiful, wonderful ecosystem, an entire community. It was a entire community. It didn't just have a bodega and a Taco Bell and a funeral home and a nail salon and a hair salon. They had law offices. They had a dentist. They had grocery stores. They had a CPA, a certified public accountant. This was an actual community, but it got burned down to the ground because white people were so obsessed and so hateful and envious of this town that they burned it to the ground. Now you're thriving, you're doing well, you're doing good, but you can't do good because then people are going to hate you and be envious and be vicious, so you can't win. So you have to say you're going to lose so you can win. It's a weird thing. It's like betting against yourself, but it's the truth. You're going to win by knowing that you're going to lose. It's a weird predicament, but that's just black life, and for a lot of the blacks that live in America or have lived in America. Now, say now, there's rampant violence and ugly acts and things are going on. Oh, they're criminals. They're criminals. They're super predators. They're awful. Oh my God. But I'm running my own businesses. I'm running my own companies. I have my own stores. I have my own place of living. We have a community. This is the definition of a community. So how could you disrespect that, and how could you demean that and lower yourself to the level of an animal and treat people that way? That's the question I have. But I had to deal. That's like I said, that was the best one to me. It goes 3, 1, 2. The third one is decent. It's not bad. It's not awful, but it's kind of like a rehash. It felt like the first one. It was like the first one was about arts and literature and stuff like that, and novels and TV and movies, and how the Lone Ranger was really a black man named Bass, and Bass, what was his name? Bass Reeve. There's a TV show about that as well. Bass Reeves, called Lawman. It showed clips from Django Unchained. It showed clips from The Harder They Fall. Like I said, I had to tie that in. Jimmy Cliff, Rockin' Power, to The Harder They Fall, that movie. That was fun. It was a popcorn movie. It didn't have a lot of substance to it, but it was good popcorn. It was good entertainment. It was great to follow. It was fun to follow it. It was just a fun movie. It kind of reminded me like Die Hard and Lethal Weapon had an action. I don't like. I for the longest, I still don't. I'm gonna try to read the book Shane. It's been highly recommended by Dr. Yaron Brook. I think he likes westerns for the most part. I don't like musicals, and I don't like. I like one musical really, or a few musicals, and animated musicals. I like, I guess, Lion King, Little Mermaid, stuff like that. But no, I don't like musicals, and I don't like westerns. I don't. I just they could be black people and brown people, red people, yellow people. I don't care. I don't like westerns. I just abhor them. I don't like them. I just don't like. I don't like the dust in the saloon and the guns drawn and the hats and the spurs and the horses and like I'm good. I don't care. They came out with Westworld. I try to give that a shot. This is like a science fiction kind of film. I don't care. I'll write about it, but I won't watch it or read it. It's gonna come from my pen. It has to be a virtual realm. If I'm going to be doing something with the westerns, it's got to be virtual. Bumba said musicals are zesty as hell. Yeah, I think the only musical I like is The Wizard of Oz. To be honest with you, only live action is Wizard of Oz, and like Lion King is my favorite animated musical. Yeah, I think that they're built in zesty. I mean, it's a cliche. People that are in drama and like musicals and stuff are usually lighting their loafers or friend of Dorothy, whatever the case may be. But and nothing's wrong with that. It's completely fine. I'm not going to say that there's something wrong with that, but it's not me. And it's not anybody. Anybody. You can be completely straight and enjoy musicals. There's nothing wrong with musicals. I just don't like them. It's just weird to me. The way The Wizard of Oz plays out, it's like a dreamscape. I hope I don't spoil it for anybody, but it's a dreamscape. It's all imaginary. It's all, it's part of, but you have like a musical. You have people not in a dream state and like in a real situation, and they got what's it called? West Side Story. These gangs, like, ooh, sharks. Hey, yes. Like, what? Like, why are y'all dancing and singing for? Y'all trying to kill each other. What the hell? Like, that just made me, it just made me kind of, made me kind of wonder a little bit. I can watch the South Park movie. I guess that counts. Yeah, that's funny. It is. That is ironic. That a show so dedicated to against musicality and besides the opening song, it has very little music in it. But they had a musical for the South Park movie. Just another quiet morning in my just another Sunday morning in my quiet mountain town. Hamilton is lame as hell. Hamilton might be the most overrated musical play, whatever you want to call it, of all time. The version I saw, I probably have to see it live, but I saw it on the ABC. What was the Disney version? It was this a video of the actual performance. And again, that just reminds me of like, why are we singing? What is this? You're about to get into a duel with this guy. You're about to lose your life. What do you? Hope I didn't spoil it for anybody. But you're about to lose your life. What are you talking? I'm not gonna miss my shot because I'm just like this country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not gonna miss my shot. Like, what? Just talk. You don't have to sing it. Daveed Diggs is an okay rapper, but damn, this ish is corny. Yeah, that is just corny. Yeah. I thought it was interesting that they use hip hop for a Broadway show, and that in that capacity in a play about what was this? What was his 19th century? I think it was 19th century, or it was 18th. It was the 18th or 19th century. Might have been 18th century. I can't remember. I can look it up. Duh. Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. Yeah, it was 19th century. But most of it was 18th century. He died in the 19th century, early 19th century. Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. No, but back to these high horse. I mean, they showed black men riding through the streets of Compton. There's Philly. That I don't really get to that. Really, they didn't really say the Philadelphia. They have Philly black cowboys. I didn't see them in that particular documentary. So I was very confused at that point. I was wondering what happened. I heard immortal technique used to throw that guy in who wrote in it in the trash can in high school. Wow. Well, that's unfortunate for him. I mean, made him stronger, I guess. But maybe it was fortunate for him. See, bullies are bullies because they want to encourage you. That's a real bully. Not just somebody that just wants to, damage your name or try to push up on you in a aggressive way and stuff like that. No. They are trying to motivate you to be a better person. I've never been bullied. I've known bullies, but I've never been bullied. I had too much schoolwork to do and too much extracurricular activities to do. Yeah, I know, Bumba. I understand. He's like not saying that's right, but I'm just saying, you got to take your lumps sometimes. Maybe that was a catalyst for him to become the star he is today. And what was that? That's almost goddamn 10. What was that? 10 years ago? What was it 2025? Maybe more. I mean 15. Now it's 2025. I mean, damn. That is crazy though. If that's true, I don't know. You could be spreading stuff. You might have to send a link. I can't be spreading lies. I don't know if that's true or not, but that seems like something that would happen. But anyway, this black, and what also kind of made me feel weird was the fact that I would say the title, it said High Horse. It's High Horse, the Black Cowboy. Why isn't it the Black Cow People or cowgirls? They feature a lot of women who are cowhands and have own property and have various steers and vegetation and animals. So it's kind of interesting to say the Black Cowboy, which I'm not mad at. I just thought it was interesting. I thought they were gonna be like, this is woke. This is real woke. You can't just say the Black Cowboy. We gotta say the Black Cowboy and cowgirls and cowboys around the world. But yeah, I love the fact that they talked about the banjo. The banjo is a West African instrument. It's often represented by white people, but it's a black instrument. It's a fully FBA instrument that was adopted from Africa. So I think that is one of the key things that has to be remembered. I think High Horse, really throws a great light on positivity. It showed the negative aspects. It showed like clips from Birth of a Nation, different things like that. I thought a banjo was Appalachian or something. Well, that's a lot of people. A lot of people don't know. See, if you know, you know. It comes straight from West Africa. That's where it comes from. Banjo is definitely an African thing. And it's not even a big deal that white people use it. They're from Africa too. That's the thing. From what I understand, this is what happened. Black people, first people on this planet were black. They were black people. Then they moved to the white parts, some of them. And then they came back, and they were different. They had different hair textures, they had different eye colors, they had different skin tones. So they came back to Africa. Like hillbilly bluegrass. Yeah, well, hillbilly bluegrass is part of it. It's very, it's very much a part of it. But without the introduction of the Western African slaves, there would be no banjos for white people. Straight from black people, straight from Africans specifically. So I recommend this. I will give it an A. It's such a great understanding of what it should truly be. It's a powerful reminder of our history and what we have been taught in all of this. So I definitely give it I can't do that. That's copywritten actually. I give it 10 fingers, spirit fingers, and thumbs. It's just excellent. It's excellent. I spent, let me see, it was probably like about 2 hours, 40 minutes a piece. It's about 40 minutes every one of the shows. About 2 hours. But it was worth it. I highly recommend it. I highly regard it. Jordan Peele, hope he makes a lot of money off of it. It's a Peacock deal. He was one of the producers. And it's just highlighting the truth. Highlighting reality. I don't understand the tribalism and the collectivism of blacks. Probably the most collectivistic, probably the most tribalistic people in the United States, if not the world. Now, I'm probably forgetting a lot of people. But when it comes to black, it's like, yeah, I'm black. I'm pro-black. I'm black. Everything's bibbidi-bobbidi black. Give it 2 popcorns and 2... I like some African music. Okay. Give it 2 popcorns and 2 sodas. Yeah, I should get some popcorn right now. So what we have to do is, just take in great works like this, share it, understand it, divulge as much information from it as we can. Because it's a documentary. It's not art, quote unquote art. Not art qua art. It's a recreation. It's not creation. So, even though it's good, it's great, it's excellent. It's just not art. It's entertainment, that's for sure, and it's excellent. Hey, I'd like to thank everybody that came through here. Appreciate everybody that said rock and power to Jimmy Cliff, and I'll see you sometime tomorrow. Thank you very much. Take care.